Hi team, today I plan on educating you all with some healthy discussion. Let's get right into it, no fucking about. Ace Combat 7 wasn't the best, multiplayer wise, and a little bit of the campaign too, but we'll focus on the multiplayer for now. We, as a community, all knew that we badly wanted co-op after the way Infinity handled it. The only reason I can see from all the evidence that has come to light over the past 6 months as to why we never saw combat in Ace Combat 7 is because it got stuck in development hell. After all, the Ace Combat series is famous for its campaigns, not its multiplayer. It was never a big thing. Come 2019, multiplayer is a huge thing. The gaming world is changing rapidly along with the real world, and countries and rural areas are getting access to the internet. More and more people want to play. If Ace Combat wants to survive in the new world, it must have a better multiplayer than 7's current status. People are surprised the game is lasting this long. I'm straying a bit too far away at this point. The multiplayer in Ace Combat 7 was going to be a lot different to what we currently see in the full release build of the game. Data miners found evidence that suggests that there were different game modes and options available. Some involving flight height restrictions and some form of return line as seen in various campaign missions for TDM or PvE. Even multiplayer has PvE targets including tanks and ships have been mined out of everything. Hell, even AWACS Windmaker has voice lines in the files for calling out APCs and AA emplacement. When Kono came out and said that co-op isn't possible in Ace Combat 7 because of how the game was built, it's because they did suffer hell on the development progress, as I already said. If anything, we should be so grateful that the game came out at all, and it did extremely well when it did come out, let's not forget. More than anyone thought it would, especially competing against bigger AAA titles that were being released around the same time as Ace Combat 7 was. Getting the campaign polished in the end was the decision to make, as it was the staple selling point of the series. I tell everyone the same thing these days. Ace Combat 7 was purely a testbed for further Ace Combat games to be made. This new technology that they are working with is perfect for it. Hell, I predict that this might even be the beginning of a second Holy Trinity. Now that Connor and his team at Project Aces are fully well versed in the new Unreal Engine and the cloud technology and the modeling work that has been done to create fantastic looking jets, they are extremely beautiful. Things can only get better from here. I, myself personally, am not much of a fan of the whole copy and paste games that have been made lately, but I'm willing to make room in my heart for Ace Combat 8 if it does go down that route. If someone from Project Aces ever sees this, I do have some advice for you. Though I highly doubt that'll happen anytime soon, but please, for the love of God, make the multiplayer better than Infinity's. Jesus, those are some big shoes to fill, but it can be done with some effort and blood and sweat and tears. Anyway, that's all I really have to say on the topic. I hope PA leaves post-stall maneuvers in for the next installment too. They are a great way to break the endless circle battles and can make a dogfight even more intense and exciting than any other Ace Combat game ever has. Thank you for listening. Have a good day.